At Chrisland Schools, here are some of our recent achievements in sports. Chrisland lifted the icing on the 17 soccer trophies in 2023 and 2024 consecutively. Chrisland female soccer team also won the icing on the 14 and under 12 soccer competition in 2024. Chrisland football team defeated other schools to lift the Soccer Fiesta trophy 4 times.
You'll find Chrisland School in Katampe, Abuja at number 5 Samuel Oladele Crescent by Gishiri bus stop opposite Nikon Junction, Katampe District, FCT, Abuja. That's the number to call, 002-319-9882 or 003-648-5770 or 0703-135-5323.
Nigeria. From the dawn of the round of 16 through the thunderous quarterfinals, we've witnessed a storm of intellect and passion. Tonight, the journey narrows and the semi-finals stand before us, a testament to the battles that have come before.
Indeed. From the sparks of the opening rounds through the fierce clashes of the quarterfinals, only the finest minds have made it here. 4 contenders stand on the edge of destiny, each one a warrior of words, ready to seize the crown.
Tonight, every argument will strike like lightning. Every rebuttal will crash like a tidal wave. This is not a contest of noise, but a battle where brilliance is the only armor and wit the only sword.
Semi-finals are the crucible of greatness, where courage is tested and where the weight of every word can lift or crush. Here, hesitation is defeat and clarity a triumph.
Before the duels begin, before they ignite, we honor the guardians of fairness, our judges. Dr. Chike Ngbadiche, head of the Department for Mass Communication and Strategic Communication Programs at the School of Media and Communication, Pan-Atlantic University. He is the chief judge of the national finals. Also joining him is Judge Sir Dr. Ikechi Wogu. Is an education consultant, chief judge of the Port Harcourt Regional Finals. Also joining them is Judge Majid Dahiru from Abuja, who also has been a Trojan of the Abuja panel for the regional finals. There is a voice of conscience. Also, Judge Ufoma Egbamuna, news manager, Nigeria Info, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Kids FM, and an all-round fine gentleman. Last really, but by no means the least, is diction judge and coach Yvonne Ohaifo, broadcast journalist and newscaster and presenter, Nigeria Info and Kids FM.
And of course, our partners, Obi Weezy, Massey Children's Hospital, Diamonds and Pearls Travels Limited, Ejanla Foods, and Chrisland Schools. Their torch keeps this tournament blazing bright.
4 voices, 2 duels, 1 path to the crown.
The fire rages, the final waits, and only brilliance will endure.
No doubt this, Maryann,
is I beg to differ, the tournament of champions.
The semi-finals, people. Today, the stage transforms. Yes, indeed, it is the semi-finals, where brilliance must burn brighter, where steel must clash with steel, where victory means a place in the grand finale, and defeat means silence at the very edge of glory. First, Akinloluwa meets Majesty, two titans whose words will collide in a contest of power and persuasion. Then, God's goodness stands against Ifeoluwa, conviction against conviction, vision against vision. One voice to claim the second ticket to the final. Yes, the crown is now within sight. The music of battle rises once more. The curtain rises and the semi-finals begin. We will start with our very first battle of this semi-final. Let's welcome the contestants, Maryann. From Lagos, Wellspring College, and the heart of Lagos, comes a young giant, merely 14, an SS1 student going now to SS2 when school opens in September. Nigeria, please make welcome to the first Lagos regional champion of I Beg to Differ Season 8, Olajolo, Akinloluwa, Wellspring College. Welcome, Akinloluwa. Are you ready for this? Yes, no doubt. No doubt. Akinloluwa edged past Esther with composure and clarity in his quarterfinal. He now seeks to extend his march toward the crown. But it wasn't just Esther. First, in the round of 16, Akinloluwa defeated Anthony Damilola Favor by 90 to 89 points on the topic, reverting to the regional system of government is the solution to Nigeria's insecurity. Then came the round of 12. Akinloluwa went up against Abu Francis Helen Ebo, defeating her by 128 to 126.5 points on the topic, parents who push their children into sports careers are exploiting them. That took him to that quarterfinal matchup against Esther Joseph, 130 to 124.5 points. He prevailed over Esther on the topic, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project will bring more benefits than problems. Once again, round of applause for this young lad. Facing him is Majesty, survivor of the slimmest margin against Helen, a debater who knows the taste of pressure and the strength of resilience. Yes, meet Majesty Joseph Ojochegbe, 15 years of age, SS3 student of Government Day Secondary School, Karu, Abuja. Welcome, Majesty.
Thank you very much, sir.
I cannot wait for this matchup, Majesty. Majesty defeated Afolayan Achogoluye by 130 to 66 points on the topic. Oh, by the way, in his first battle, he'd won on that occasion by 130 to 66 points on the topic, modern students are being over-tested. He then went to the next round, the round of 12. Chikwere, Mercy Ruth was waiting for him. They battled. He prevailed, 128.5 to 115.5 on the topic, the Nigerian academic curriculum is adequately preparing students for the future. And then in the round of 8, the quarterfinal, he defeated Abu Francis Helen Ebo by 127 to 126 points on the topic, Nigeria's lawmakers are overpaid for the work they do. Once again, welcome, Majesty.
Thank you very much.
Here, confidence meets confidence today. Strategy meets survival. Only one will rise into the grand finale. The other will bow out at the very edge of greatness. Maryann, let's do the ritual. Who's supporting?
Well, let's find out who's supporting and who's opposing.
I'm supporting the motion.
I'm opposing.
Lovely. Well, it's time.
What is the motion? Let's find out what the motion is first.
AI generated content should be considered original and protected by copyright.
It's an AI day. AI features in both debates. So, ladies and gentlemen, the dawn of digital creation now demands liberation. From paintbrush to pixel, from pen to prompt. Humanity has always sought to capture imagination in form. But today, we stand at a new frontier. Art, not born of hands, but of algorithms. Words, not woven by will, but by machine. Is such content mere mimicry, or does it merit the mantle of originality? Should the fruits of artificial intelligence be crowned with copyright or cast aside as imitation without soul? This is the canvas of our clash, the theater of today's thought. Let the voices rise. Akinloluwas and Majesties, let conviction clash, let clarity command. The battle begins now. Akinloluwa, Majesty, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, Majesty, you are supporting the motion. We're going to start with you. You have 4 minutes. And your time starts now.
Imagine a world where creativity is dismissed just because it flowed through a different pen. When photography emerged, critics cried that it lacked artistry. Today, AI-generated content stand at the same crossroads. Denying its originality is denying the very spark of human intention that fuels it. Good evening to the moderator, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debater and the audience. My name is Joseph Majesty, Ojochegbe government second to Karu. The motion before us is simple. AI-generated content should be considered original and protected by copyright laws, and I stand firmly in support of this truth. First of all, AI is not a magician. It is a mirror. It reflects human thought, human direction, and human originality. According to a 2023 MIT Technology Review, 70% of AI-generated content are based on human-given prompts, so unique that they cannot be replicated by any other person. Originality lies not in the AI, but in the human utilizing it. Furthermore, this is just a historical repetition. When photography emerged in the 1800s, critics scoffed, saying it lacked artistry. When electronic music emerged, they cried that it lacked soul. Today, AI-generated content stand at the same crossroads. AI is the camera, capturing the imagination of its user and bringing it to life. Should we deny its recognition? Moreover, a digital tsunami cannot be stopped. Denying copyright for AI-generated work is like trying to stop a digital tsunami with a teacup. According to a 2023 report by Gartner, reveals that over 80% of enterprises will utilize AI for their work by 2023. The digital future, where the collaboration between human and AI comes together, is here, and we can either start building the legal frameworks for this future now or drown in the avalanche of progress. Moreover, let us also consider the alternative. A world full of creative chaos. An artist could spend days refining a prompt to create a digital masterpiece, only to have it stolen and mass marketed by corporations within seconds. Copyright protection is the foundation that encourages investment and rewards our creators. Also, the engine of innovation needs fuel. Denying copyright for AI-generated content is like pouring sand into the engine of innovation. In 2023, the global AI market was valued at $196 billion, with projections showing exponential growth. Why would companies invest into AI tools if the fruit of their labor can be stolen without consequence? When we provide AI copyright protection for artificial intelligence generated content, we are telling our creators that yes, we support them, and that we support them. let's also move forward. Let's also consider this. Utilizing AI is not a lazy shortcut. It demands thought, precision, and creative thinking. A 2024 OpenAI report revealed that advanced prompt engineering could take hours or days to refine. Is this intellectual input not enough to be considered as original, deserving copyright protection? Critics may argue that AI is a plagiarist, mistaking the library for the scholar, but AI synthesizes existing knowledge structures to create something new and original, and that is definitely worthy of copyright protection. Finally, on the global stage, the race for the future is a race for innovation, and interestingly, courts are catching up. The US Copyright Office from 2023 started legalizing AI-generated works where AI is guided substantially by human hands, and we must start building a legal framework that declares to the world that we are ready to embrace the future. In conclusion, we stand at crossroads. One path is a path of fear, where creativity and innovation is killed. The other is a path of progress, where creativity and innovation is nurtured. Let us choose wisely. Do we choose fear or do we choose progress? Thank you.
Brilliant opening, Maryann. Brilliant opening.
Fantastic.
Well done, Majesty. We will now listen to Akinloluwa for his opening round.
Akinloluwa, your 4 minutes starts now.
With respect to the adjudicators and the moderators, we the opposition reject the motion outright. Firstly, copyright requires human originality. Global precedents, including the Nigerian Copyright Act of 2022 and the Berlin Convention, all need copyright to have human originality, control, intent, and accountability. AI works probabilistically, meaning that even with human intensive prompting, like the opposition mentioned, humans cannot control the phrasing, composition, or structure. To give AI human copyright is to go back on years of doctrinal clarity. Secondly, AI does not create, it recombines. Trained on vast corpora, humans can only guide and not author AIs. And if two similar prompts can give different outputs, it means control lies in the machine. Copyright was created to protect human expression, meaning that when AI generated outputs, which is based on prior human outputs, exists, it is derivative. Many court cases, including the Zaria of the Dawn court case in 2023, prove that even with extensive prompting, it still could not secure copyright. Thirdly, no threshold for hybrid authorship. How many prompts? How much editing? Where do we draw the line between mere input and genuine authorship? The government cannot answer that, because even if they give us a creative contribution test, it lacks operational clarity, because in the law, vagueness is fatal. And if they cannot give us a defined test, then there's no just legislature to be set. Also, this particular fragility on this particular definition collapse is a collapse with their whole case. Moving on, accountability vacuum. If we give copyright to humans for AI generated output, there are legal concerns, because when the humans do not create the initial expression, the liabilities, attribution, and moral claims cannot be allocated, because machines cannot be sued, humans will claim authorship, companies will hide under terms of use, and the conventional courts cannot allocate any responsibility under conventional law. Also, global consensus rejects AI authorship. From the US Copyright Office to the EU to China to Ripple's guidance, they all reject AI authorship. They all reject AI authorship in copyright because it lacks human originality. You see, if Nigeria becomes an outlier, creating new laws that go against cross-border enforcement and global consensus, what are we doing? We're just isolating ourselves instead of innovating our lives. Moving on, right inflation and market distortion. Imagine billions of AI models flooding the copyright system. What does this do to us? It's phrasing. That means every prompt that is generated is a new audio, text, or visual that needs to be protected. It will clog the copyright system and phase out true human creativity. And although copyright is not rivalrous, yes, but its enforcement is, and drowning it in AI claims helps no one. Also, the public domain is a positive good. We need to allow AI to be free and accessible to innovators, startups, and educational systems, because it enriches our society and sparks human creativity. The government is telling us that we should preserve AI to incentivize creativity. We are telling you that AI works on a large scale without copyright, even with copyright or not, meaning that the public domain is an incentive multiplier and not an obstacle. Also, if protection is what is required, then copyright is the wrong answer. There are few genres that we can use. We use this in semiconductor topographies, databases, and plant varieties. All of these have tailored regimes, and copyright can have its own too, with a limited scope and licensing requirements for non-human creators to reward their creativity instead of corrupting the doctrinal DNA of copyright in itself. To put AI under copyright laws is like hammering a square peg into a round hole. Also, the danger is actually in as as AI accelerates towards autonomy. Today's AI is predictive. Tomorrow may be self-directed. And if AI gains sentience, what does that happen? It corrupts the originality test in itself because we don't know who the author, who the user, who the company, who the author is anymore. And this particular possibility shows the fragility in the government's case. When a machine thinks, we the law have to rethink. Lastly, in present day, copyright is the wrong tool. You see, today copyright was created to incentivize human creators, born out of the human intellectual mind. AI does not need incentives because it can run at a large scale, generate endlessly with zero marginal cost. The copyright market is scared to be at 2025 at around $1 trillion without investment, as reported by AI statistics, meaning that they do not need any incentives. So to incentivize AI is like paying salaries to robots or people who control robots. It is economically irrational and globally perverse, doctrinally perverse. You see, the moment we send AI models, the moment we give AI models copyright, we're sending a signal that we prioritize AI output over human intelligence. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
Akinloluwa Olajolo of Wellspring College, Lagos, 14 years of age, up against his opposition, who's just 15. The visions have been unveiled as Akinloluwa hails the legitimacy of machine-made art and Majesty defends the primacy of human genius. But now comes the crucible of confrontation, where each shall strike at the other's frame. The rebuttal round will commence right after this time out.
If you are hungry for Nigerian flavor, step into Janla Foods, where every bite tastes like home. From fresh sizzling seafood to hearty soup, from smoky jollof rice to mouth-watering swallow and sides, we serve it fresh, we serve it local, and we serve it delicious. We are cooking for you every day at number 45B Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4 in Abuja, and at number 37 Body Thomas Street, opposite Access Bank in Lagos, and of course at number 40 Fola Oshibo Road, Lekki Phase 1. Follow the taste on Instagram at ejanla.ng. That is at ejanla.ng. Ejanla Foods, your taste buds will thank you.
Welcome back. Thanks to Ejanla Foods, to Obi Weezy, to Diamonds and Pearls, to Chrisland Schools, to Massey Children's Hospital, and to Lekki Conservation Center.
Yes.
As a reminder, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, we are. Facebook.com/Nigeria Info FM. Also, same for YouTube. We're also live on all our Nigeria Info FM stations across the country, Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. That's also same for our Kids FM stations in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. You can join the conversations on there. On WhatsApp, you can send us a message, 080959758505. We also have our votes, our polls up on Facebook and on YouTube. Go and vote. Who do you think will win this first set of debates today? Is it Akinloluwa or is it Majesty?
Most certainly, we've heard the visions unveiled, the cases carefully carved and cast upon the stage. But a debate is no dance without dissent, no trial without tests. Now comes the crucible of challenge, where claims collide and arguments are assailed. The rebuttal rounds are here. Maryann.
All right.
Cue these fine gentlemen in.
Well, we switch now to Akinloluwa, who is going to be starting the rebuttal. Akinloluwa, you have, as usual, 4 minutes. And your time starts now.
We'll re-key you. Just hang on. Please reset the timer, please. All right.
Let's go.
With all respect to the educators, Olajolo Akinloluwa back here to refute his opponent's point. Firstly, the opposition in his opening statement and in his second point categorized the stigma for photography to AI authorship. Now, this is the problem. When photography came, painters were angry or artists were angry because they felt like it didn't capture the true essence of being an artist, which is your brushstrokes. But that's the thing, your brushstroke and has human control, meaning the humans are the ones controlling the brushstrokes, and photography too, humans are the ones controlling it. If I'm sitting in the studio here today with a camera, if I want to capture the beautiful Yvonne, all I need to do is set my camera and I capture her. If I wanted to capture Femi, I'll do that. And if I wanted to capture the beautiful lady there, I will also do that too. Meaning that our own human intentions and control is going into that, and then there's accountability to whatever I capture. With AI, human control cannot suffice, because even with prompting, even with intensive prompting, the AI has a corpus. A corpus is basically this core of what the AI uses to predict or give out any output. Meaning that even with our prompting and even with our own control, it will still give you what you want. If you go on AI today, and if you go on any AI source today and ask it if AI deserves copyright, it's going to give you the answer no, or sometimes it's to give you the answer yes. I did this 10 times in my house and it gave me different responses over and over again. Meaning that even with my own intense human control, trying to make sure it gives me yes over and over again, it still separates its own answer. Meaning that without human control, even with human control, AI corpus will still do what it wants and it cannot qualify for copyright. Also, they spoke as AI as a mirror, but AI is not a mirror. AI does not mirror our own personal reflection. What AI does is it takes out what you have asked it to do and it still goes back to its corpus. Today's rebuttal will be focused on that corpus. It is internal mechanism. So when it takes it back to its internal mechanism, it will still bring out the answer it wants to give, not the answer that you expected. Because our only input is our only part of this is our only control is in its input, not the expressive output. Various AI data, including ChatGPT data in 2023 and 2024, reported that the trained AI corpus is still the heavy definer of whatever output it gives to you. Also, they spoke about it like they spoke on the opposition spoke to digital tsunami, basically an evolution. But what we need to the evolution that we need to see here is sui generis, which is a tailored regime. We saw it with semiconductor topographies, we saw it with databases, we saw it with plant variants. That means if we're going to have a technological evolution, we do it with sui generis, not a copyright model, because the copyright laws were created with a scope, a tailored scope to protect human intellectual property, not AI generated models. And meaning that whatever we want to do today must be under sui generis and not corrupt the doctrinal DNA of copyright in itself. Copyright was created in 1710, and since 1710 there has been 4 revolutions. Each time it has been revolutionized, it was continually revolutionized towards human intellectual property and not any machine correlation. Also, they spoke on the copyright systems need fueling. But what fueling do we need? The only fuel we need is control. And if AI does not allow us to control the outcome, then there is no fueling. You see, they spoke on prompting. And prompting, I want to simply say this here on every front. Quote me anywhere. Prompting is not authorship. The fact that I can tell my AI model to give me something does not mean or does not make me an author. Shakespeare spent years to write books. I spend months to think of the best essay I'll write for my literature exam. It is not prompting. Genuinely prompting does not make you an author, because if it made you an author, then copyright should cover it immediately. And then you spoke on various statistics, I would like to say, including the US Copyright Office statistics. All of this is cherry picking, and he took it out of context. On that same document and on that same statistics, it says it allows AI copyright when AI was used as a tool and not the generative output. Meaning I have used AI as a tool to gather information and not my generative output. Then they spoke on fear versus progress. But in fear, the fear of AI copyright is corrupting the doctrinal DNA of copyright and unnecessary guardrails. The progress is sui generis. Thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting rebuttal round by Akinloluwa. It's fire for fire, and there is more inferno raging in the studio. Call the fire services. Let's go to Majesty for his rebuttal round, Maryann.
Majesty, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
You have 4 minutes and your time starts now.
While my co-debater raises serious concerns concerning AI-generated content and copyright, I respectfully assert that his argument, though well-intentioned, overlook fundamental truths and practical realities. I address his claims does. I categorize my co-debater's claims into 3: the absurdity of a creatorless world, the fallacy of fear and resistance, and a world governed by paralysis, not logic. Let's dive in. First of all, my co-debater stated that phasing out through giving copyright to AI-generated content like phasing out through creativity. But my co-debater, I'll have you know that we do not extend copyright to the brush, but to the hand that wields it. We do not give soul to the camera. Rather, we protect the vision of the photographer who utilizes it. AI is a tool in human hands. Do you know what creativity really is? It's not bound by flesh or screens. It is a spark, a vision. A camera does not capture memories. A photographer does. A piano does not play sounds, but a composer does. AI is a mirror, reflecting the imagination of its user and bringing it to life. A creator pours his intent, his soul, into his instructions to get output, and my co-debater wants us to condemn the output of this tool. But please let us say no. Your claims are profound, but they are poetic injustice to the millions of human hearts that make this new type of creation possible. Your claims also depict the need for moral ownership, but please, the human will and purpose are the most powerful sparks. We're not granting rights to the machine, but we're protecting the work of the human hand. Now to the fallacy of fear and resistance. You also stated that AI does not create, it combines. But my co-debater, I have you know that is interpreting AI as a plagiarist, a thief in the night, warning us a world where AI is dangerous. But all content is a derivative. Every novelist stands on the shoulders of the masters, and every musician borrows from symphonies of sound that has filled our world for centuries. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie borrows style and inspiration from Chinua Achebe. AI is simply doing what humans have been doing for centuries. To your point about devaluation of human art, where you stated that we say that we prioritize AI over human output, but please let us not ignore the glorious past. We are the internet, the synthesizer, even the printing press. We are met with the same skepticism, but eventually they gave rise to a new form of brilliance. Akin denying the very lessons of history itself. Now to a world governed by paralysis, not logic. My co-debater is hiding behind legal precedents and questions of accountability. To your claim on law, I'll have you know that on accountability, Microsoft does not own the essays typed on it. Photoshop and Canva do not own the edits made on them. The same way the AI tool does not own the output, but the user does. Granting copyright protection gives us a legal hook for accountability, because then we know who to blame when things go wrong. If we don't have copyright, how we know and be able to identify someone who has created something malicious with artificial intelligence? My co-debater wants us to create a world where AI content is free for all, creating a world of creative chaos, but let us reject it. He also made points on accountability and law, but my co-debater, laws are not written on stone. They evolve. Once upon a time, women had no property rights. Slaves were denied freedom, but today, all of that changed, and laws are evolving to adapt to AI creation. The UK, US, and China, they are making laws to accept AI creation, and thus we must start doing so to tell the world that we are ready to accept the future, taking steps towards it. Finally, my co-debater has urged us to stay in a cage because he fears the open sky. But let us choose courage over caution, because nobody will be remembered for his caution, but for his courage. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
From fire and friction, the sparks have flown. Attacks have met answers. Steel has struck steel, as promised. And yet, the question endures, what truly is original? And who owns creation? You just heard Majesty, Joseph Ojochegbe, 15-year-old SS3 student of Government Day Secondary School, Karu, Abuja. Before him, 14-year-old Olajolo Akinloluwa, SS2 student of Wellspring College, Lagos. The time has come for each voice to leave its lasting mark. We enter the closing round right after this timeout.
Obiwizi, Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned, UK used. Got a phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk out with an upgrade, a cashback, or both. Whether you shop in-store or online at obiwizi.com. That is obiwizi.com. You are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service. Because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow on socials on Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, on TikTok at Obiwizi. Happy shopping!
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Tournament of Champions. I beg to differ. Students debate. Femi, I knew there was fire, but this is a lot.
Yeah, it's hot. I'm going to have to take off my jacket at some point. It's inevitable now.
I mean, if we're feeling this hit, I don't know what the judges are feeling.
Or the audience, for that matter.
I know.
Nigeria. The clash has been fierce, with sparks of reason and ripples of rhetoric. Yet the question lingers. Who owns creation in the age of code? We'll find out. The moment comes for each voice to carve its final truth. Welcome to the closing rounds, Akinloluwa Olajolo and Majesty Joseph.
All right, we're switching roles once again. We're coming back to the motion supporter. Majesty, in this particular round, gentlemen, you both have 3 minutes. Like we always say, you could sing, you could dance, you could be dramatic.
Do backflips.
Whatever it takes to send the message home. Are you ready, Majesty? Your 3 minutes starts now.
The question lingers. Who owns creation in the age of code? The answer is the human does. Honorable judges, esteemed audience, great revolutions have never been welcomed with applause at their birth. The internet, the photocopier, even the synthesizer, they were all met with skepticism. But history is a ruthless teacher. It silences the doubt and crowns innovation. And today, the same fate awaits AI-generated content. The opposition has urged us to enjoy the comfort of the familiar, but at the expense of the phenomenal. But let us look past their propaganda and see the world not just as it is, but as it should be. The camera, the synthesizer, all these innovations, as I said earlier, were met with skepticism. But now I'm not advocating that we should grant rights to a line of code, but I'm saying we should protect the vision of the human who wields that code, for the sake of that software engineer in Abuja to compete with his peers in London, for that illustrator, that storyteller on the streets of Karu to be able to illustrate her stories, teaching children moral values. To deny copyright is not to protect human creators. It is to steal from them. It is to tell them that their work, their vision, their efforts are all meaningless. The moment they pick up a tool that is too powerful, too new, and too advanced for the opposition's comfort, it is to create a digital Wild West where only the biggest players can afford to safeguard their work, leaving the small creator vulnerable, voiceless. I reaffirm that AI is a creator through human creativity. A collaborator, it does not regurgitate content, rather it reimagines. I've also stated that history consistently vindicates new tools of creation and that without copyright, chaos thrives. I also stated that the future is AI driven and laws are bending to incorporate AI creation. The tide of history is changing and resisting it is not bravery, it's blindness. So, the question is not can machines code or can machines create. The question is, will we recognize that creation when it stares at us in the face? Will we? The artist with a paintbrush in hand is still an artist, even if that paintbrush is digital. The writer with a keyboard in hand is still a writer, even if he's assisted by algorithms. And definitely, the creator who dares to harness the power of AI is still a creator, worthy of respect, protection. History is watching as we stand at a junction in the road. One path leads to theft and stagnation. The other leads to progress and innovation. Let us choose wisely. Do we choose fear? Do we choose progress? Electricity gave us light. The internet gave us connection. And now AI offers us creation. Deny it and we betray the future. But embrace it and we make history. Esteemed judges, I'm not saying we should choose the machine over the human. I am saying that we should choose a world where we can stand firmly and declare to the world, bring us your dreamers, bring us your artists. Here, your work will be safe and your future will be protected. I rest my case. Thank you.
Okay.
What a closing. What a closing. Majesty Joseph Ojochegbe, 15 years of age, now in SS3, Government Day Secondary School, Karu, Abuja. Well done. And now to his opponent, Olajolo Akinloluwa, 14-year-old SS2 student of Wellspring College, Lagos.
Akinloluwa, are you ready? Your 3 minutes starts now.
Adjudicators. The government decides to close its ear to all my arguments and decides to mischaracterize them and misinterpret them. Well, I do not blame him. You see, the question now today is, should simply pressing generate turn into authorship? The question is also, should we allow each person who prompts an algorithm to be called an author, to be deemed as a creator? You see, copyright has set principled lines, only protecting expressions that come from the human mind. Creations, not causations. Authors, not operators. So if prompting an AI algorithm makes you a creator, doesn't typing keywords into Google make me Shakespeare? You see, this debate turns our backs on creators. The people who truly create, who truly deserve protection. Authors. And here's the truth. AI models in its generative output, in its expressive form, is largely defined by the machine. Humans can only trigger it. And if there be edits, let the edits be protected by copyright. In fact, it is already protected by copyright. But the untouched layers of AI generated output should remain unprotected. You see, there's a collapse in their legal case, from the US Copyright Office to the EU InfoSoc directions to the Nigerian Copyright Act of 2022 to the Bernie Convention. All over and over again, all this historical precedents. They say one thing: copyright requires human originality born out of intellectual thinking by a human being. You see, plagiarism tests do not confer authorship, because if not copied were enough, every random number generator then becomes an author. And my opponent here tells us that we should embrace this. We should bring numbers and call them authors. You see, they tell us about intent, control, and accountability. But human intent does not predict the machine. Human control is only at the input, not the expressive output. Accountability can only be given to humans because we can hold them accountable. I mean, it's in the word. And there's no principal threshold. Is it 20 to 25% of editing that then we call authorship? Is it how many prompts are we going to use? You see, they're leaving us with arbitrary lies, unenforceable in court, and leave it incoherent for judges. Comparatively, our system is simple, principled, and global. We retain the originality test. We keep copyrights for works born out of the human intellectual connection. You see, this work is tested, administrable, and coherent across all jurisdictions. Under it, no raw AI model will qualify for protection. Only the human brushstrokes, those which we created, will be protected. And do not get me wrong, we do not take the value of AI lightly. We take it at a very high pedestal, because that is the future of the world. That's why we put it under SUI genuines with limited laws, free from monopoly and moral claims. That is why our society can be able to control AI outputs without corrupting the doctrinal DNA of copyright in itself. Adjudicators. The government wants you to change the word authorship over and over again till it no longer means human creation. They want you to dilute copyright till it embraces machine artifacts. We beg you to preserve integrity and keep copyright human. Because creation must be human, authorship must be human. And we put copyright under SUI genuines to ensure that is workable, and that is the foreseeable future for AI generated works to remain coherent under a genuine authorship, and allow it to have copyright value in the nearest future. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thus the duel draws to its destined end. And what a duel indeed. Oh, goodness me. We've journeyed through questions of ownership and originality, of man versus machine, of soul versus system. In the crucible of argument, each contender has etched their vision of tomorrow's law, tomorrow's art, tomorrow's truth. One will march on to the grand finale. The other will bow with honor, leaving their words as witness. The echoes of this debate will outlast today, for the future of creativity has only just begun to be written. We'll take a word. When we come back, we'll hear from the judges.
At Chrisland, some of our recent achievements in sports. We lifted the ISIN Under-17 soccer trophies in 2023 and 2024 consecutively. Chrisland female soccer team also won the ISIN Under-14 and Under-12 soccer competition in 2024. Chrisland football team defeated the schools to lift the soccer fiesta trophies 4 times. We take pride in a powerful alumni as we continue to raise global leaders, captains of industry, and eminent professionals in diverse fields all over the world.
You'll find Chrisland School in Katampe, Abuja at number 5 Samuel Oladele Crescent by Gishiri Bus Stop, opposite Nikon Junction, Katampe District, FCT, Abuja. That's the number to call, 002-319-9882 or 003-648-5770 or 0703-135-5323.
Welcome back. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. If you are not following, goodness, you've missed
A lot.
a whole lot.
You've missed everything. But then you can go and play catch up on live on our live stream on Facebook and on YouTube. And there's a poll up there. Go and vote.
We'll give a minute and a half to diction coach and Judge Yvonne Ohaifo.
Thank you, Femi. I'll start with Akin. Well done, young man. You say Sui, not S-U-I. Sui generis. That's a Latin phrase for unique, of its own kind. So you say Sui generis. You also say accelerate, not accelerate. Accelerate. There are 2 C's. Accelerate, okay? You say sentient. Sentient. You say incentivize, not incentify. Incentivize. You also say mechanism. There's a difference between input and impute. When you input something, you enter data. Okay? When you impute, you attribute, say, blame or judgment to a person. So, in a legal setting, the judge can impute, judgments to you or blame you for something. So when you impute, you judge or blame. Input is to enter scores. You say arbitrary, not arbitrary. Arbitrary, you say algorithm, both of you. Algorithm, not algorithm. Algorithm. You also say plagiarism. Okay? Photography, not photography. Photography, both of you. Perverse, not perverse. Perverse. Okay? And oh, by the way, it is with, not with. With, without. Okay. And to you, Majesty, well done as well. You say London. You say, as I mentioned earlier, algorithm. The saying is cast in stone, not written on stones. When something is cast in stone, it cannot change. Okay? So you meant to say words are not cast in stone. Instead, you said they are not written on stones. The expression is cast in stone. It is avalanche. You also say emerged, not emerged. Emerged, okay? You say emerged. You say borrow, not borrow. Borrow. Building a legal framework, not building a legal frameworks. No agreements between the subject and the verb. A legal framework. One framework. So A there implies one, okay? So you say a legal framework, not illegal frameworks. According to a 2023 study by blah 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 revealed. You should have just gone on to say, according to a 2023 study by the body you mentioned, so and so and so is so and so and so, instead of adding revealed to it. You understand? I'll stop here. Well done, both of you. What a feisty match. Over to you, lady and gentlemen.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we will reel out the result. Stay with us.
give on our teeth 24 hours protection. Use Oral-B today. The Nigerian Dental Association. Tanda Gidigba with Oral-B.
Okay, let's do some value jet math. Take one dependable airline with a reputation for reliability. Add 2 exciting West African destinations, Accra and Banjul. Multiply by countless cultural experiences and breathtaking views. Divide by the consistent service ValueJet is known for. And what's your answer? The right formula for your next trip.
ValueJet connects you to West Africa with new routes to Accra and Banjul. Whether it's a business trip, bagging a degree, or a dream vacation, ValueJet will take you there. Book your journey on www.flyvaluejet.com.
ValueJet. Wings for everyone.
Remember how Mom would wake up early, make us breakfast, iron our uniform?
We have to do something special for her.
Yes, so let's make this money fair.
Why wait? Reward your mom now with a trip to Zanzibar in the 2025 Three Crowns Milk Mom of the Year competition. Write a note with each letter of her name and submit with a picture of 16s or 2 refill pouches or 30 sachets on www.threecrowns.com.ng or at our collection centers for your chance to win. T's and C's apply. 3 Crowns Milk. Healthy moms, happy families.
Ewo! Na so I did on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey! If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI-powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me sef they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. My game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's my game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious, rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Hey, party people. Jollof, gone. Pounded yam, gone. But water, unfinished bottles, abandoned like suya wrapper. Now, with the 33cl bottle, no waste, no wahala.
The new 33cl bottle. Big enough to refresh, small enough to finish. And thanks to our trusted 13-step quality process, every drop is refreshingly safe. Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Source of hydration you can trust.
E get many things where they gbadu pampe for. You fit dey transfer yafun free of charge.
Tell me more.
Data and airtime na cheap on top pampe.
No be tori mad here.
You pay for something, they give you something back. No be play.
No be cashback be that.
Dem still sama you reach 20% kule interest on top saving.
This better. Na more.
Na app will get many enjoyment and jollification. Na pampe. Say yes to more.
Is that Alfie playing football in the rain? It's Toby Chio. My goodness. When did he grow up? That's it with kids, so.
It's amazing how your child grows up before your eyes. Enable their thriving development with the new NanKid 4 with HMOs to support your child's development, probiotics, and high-quality proteins to support age-appropriate growth. NanKid 4. Nourish your child's potential.
My ions, please, can't get enough. My ions, please, give it to me now. It gon' rehydrate you, yeah. Replenish your ions with Pocari Sweat. Rehydrate you faster, easy we observe. Pocari Sweat, give me some more. Pocari Sweat.
Happy birthday, Ogami! Now, wow! Oga, 73 years no dey show for your eyes, oh! You see, they look your phone with ordinary eyes, and it still dey sharp, all dey shine on top.
My pikin, sense no be so. Na Visionaries eye supplement na I dey drink every day.
Visionaries eye supplement. supplement.
One sharp eyes not be by age. Vision is eye supplement is made from natural ingredients and contains essential vitamins plus omega-3. Vision is eye supplement is a product of Vitabiotics UK. Vision is. Let your eyes speak.
Welcome back. As the curtain falls on this clash of visionaries, and what a clash indeed. Akinloluwa has pointed a future, or more like painted that future, one where AI-generated art is crowned with copyright. Majesty has stood firm for the sovereignty of the human hand and the human soul. Their words will linger beyond this stage, for tonight was more than just a contest. It was a glimpse into tomorrow's law of creativity. Yet only one will march onto the grand finale, the other departing with dignity, their argument echoing in the halls of this great debate. It is time for the judge's verdict.
This is Hard Facts.
No, it's not. Yeah, we're there. The facts are hard. Maryann is even harder. These two kids are the hardest pair of them all. Unfortunately, only one can progress to the final. Pay attention to the results. You have to be very careful this time. The presentation round, the opening round. Judge Ikechi scores it. Majesty 9.5, Akin 10. Judge Majid scores it. Majesty 9, Akinloluwa 10. Judge Ufoma scores it. Majesty 9, Akinloluwa 10. Chief Judge Chike scores it. Majesty 9, Chief Akinloluwa 10. For the opening round, it is 36.5 points to Majesty and 40 points to Akinloluwa. Taking us to the rebuttal round. Judge Ikechi scores it. Majesty 10, Akinloluwa 9.5. Judge Majid scores it. Majesty 9, Akinloluwa 10. Judge Ufoma scores it. Majesty 10, Akinloluwa 9.5. And Chief Judge Chike has the rebuttal round as a tie, 10-10. So it's 39 to Majesty and 39 to Akinloluwa. The second round is a tie. So Akinloluwa keeps his 3.5 point lead as we go into the final round, closing round. Judge Ikechi has it as Majesty 10, Akinloluwa 9.5. Judge Majid has it as Majesty 9, Akinloluwa 10. Judge Ufoma has it as Majesty 10, Akinloluwa 8.5. Chief Judge Chike has it as Majesty 9.5. Akinloluwa 10. It's 38.5 to Majesty and 38 to Akinloluwa. So the 3.5 gap is cut by half a point. It's now 3 points for Akin's lead. Taking us to Diction Judge Yvonne scoring. She has the scoring for your winner. It's a tie. Congratulations, Olajolo, Akinloluwa, Wellspring College, Lagos. You progress. You progress into the final. Congratulations, Akin.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done. I don't know what to say, but this much I can manage to mutter. Akinloluwa has triumphed tonight, edging past Majesty with 127 points to 124. 3 points. And earning his place in the grand finale. His defense of AI's right to copyright was delivered with clarity, depth, and daring. A vision of tomorrow argued with the skill of a master. Majesty, however, was no lesser force. His eloquent stand for the sovereignty of human creativity pushed this contest to the very limits, and the narrow margin reflects the brilliance he brought to this stage. This was a battle of equals, a debate for the ages. Akinloluwa now strides into the final as a worthy contender for the crown, while Majesty departs with honor. His argument still resounding as proof that he too belongs amongst the finest voices of this tournament. Majesty, it's been an honor, a delight, a privilege to share this studio with you. I am proud. I don't know where the future will take you, but I am certain it will be a lit and bright place. And I hope that your voice will command a radio, television, or any other media studio
or stage, international stage
in the years to come. Take heart, my boy. You've done so well.
You did
Somebody
really well.
just had to progress.
Well done.
You can grace us with a final thought.
It was a really interesting debate. I really enjoyed it, but it is what it is.
I love that.
And I love you.
Well done.
Well done,
well
son.
Done. Well done.
Well done. There's a third place spot to fight for. I don't know what to say, but congratulations, Akinloluwa. See you in the final.
Yes.
Your thoughts?
What's a great round?
What a debate.
Indeed it was. Indeed it was. Well, Lagos, we're going to take a break, and when we return, refresh your timeline, because the girls are coming, and they're coming with much fire. Stay with us.
And fury.
We'll be right back.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's